Good morning and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. It's a new week and we're going to get some rain. We're going to get some rain today. I think that Hurricane Arthur is going to give us a little bit of weather. Not hurricane, thank you. But, and it looks like he's not going to affect the United States except for maybe, just some weather, some rain and whatnot. So for that, I'm thankful. How is your morning this morning? I, for one, am a little sleepy today. Not gonna lie, last night was a rough night sleep-wise, so it was a challenging night, getting enough sleep. So I'm still working on the 7 hours, but pardon me, it did not happen last night. I want to show you something today. I know that you think that I have a million whips, and you would not be wrong. You would not be wrong, because I do. But I do complete them as well. So let's take a look at this one. This one, I don't even know if it will fit in the screen because it's quite large. But this, and I still have the ends, so maybe it's not complete. Oh well, we're going to call it complete. Okay? Yeah, we're going to call it complete to make me happy. So here, what is happening? There we go. Oh my gosh, it's really big. But this is a sweater that I made from the Secret Yarnery pattern, Krista, and it is a granny square sweater. And it's very roomy. It is 4 granny squares. Here it is in half. It's 4 granny squares. Here's the sleeves. Can you see that? I don't know what you can see. And it goes up, up, up. And then here's the bottom. And so it's very long. It's very warm. So this is definitely going to be a sweater for in the fall when we're out on the property and I don't want to wear, a jacket necessarily, but I want to wear layers so that if I get, warm, I can take it off and have, just a lighter weight shirt underneath. This one does have holes. It's granny square. It's 4 granny squares. And basically you make 4 granny squares, one to fit, the first one, you make it to fit your width, and you can make it as tight as you want. You can make it form-fitting, or you can make it loose, and this one's kind of loose, so, And she made hers a little more form-fitting, and that looked really lovely. It did. So I was inspired to make one myself. So I'm trying to use up my Super Saver yarn, and I had this ombre blue. Yes, this one was an ombre. It was the ombre, and the Super Saver ombre comes in a lot of good, pretty colors. There's a pink, there's a teal, this blue, there's a peachy color, and so the ombre yarn comes in some really pretty colors, and then they have, the solid colors to complement. So I did each of these squares in the ombre, and it took me 2 of the really big skeins of ombre, one per square. And then I had a complementing this blue right here, and a complementing color. So that is what I used to join all of the squares. And it's very, very easy. It's almost like putting a puzzle together. So I had to watch her tutorial very closely, because, you know, I was a little confused. How do I get these arms on, you know? But she has such a great plan for doing the joining, that once you get the front and the back joined, the way she puts the arms on, you are starting at one point and ending at another point, and actually even doing you know, the border on the arms. It's really good tutorial. It really is. You do, you know, just have to pay attention when you get to that point. But the rest of it is easy because you're just doing a very large granny square. So I really enjoyed it because I could mindlessly make the granny squares. I whipped right through them. I didn't have to think about them. I've been making granny squares since I was, I'm going to say 12, I think. 11 or 12 was when I learned how to make a granny square. So that's a long time ago. So anyway, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. I really did. That was something that once I got the squares together, I couldn't wait to see it put together. So I finished that, but I haven't woven the ends yet. So that will get done. That will get done. So I still have a lot of whips. Yep, not gonna lie. And I'm getting ready to do a few more this week. So, but I will complete those because those are for a tutorial. The other thing that I wanted to show you was this little nifty gadget right here. Have you seen one of these? Probably, maybe, not sure. This right here is a light. It's a flashlight, and it goes around your neck. And I really like this one because you don't have to have batteries. It has a charger, just like a phone, just like a phone. And then there is a button here. So you have 3 different colors of light. You have a bright white light, you have a blue light, and you have a yellowish, you know. And for different situations, for different lighting, you know, what kind of room you're in will depend on what kind of light is best for you. Plus, I think it has to do with your eyes too. You know, whether you can handle that bright light or if you need something a little bit more subtle. Anyway, I really like it. You just put it over your head and then you just aim it. It's all twisty. You aim it. There's separate buttons. So see that? You can turn that on. It has 3 settings. 1, 2, 3. And then I don't know if this is going to come through or not, but I'm going to change the color with the button in the back. That's changing. And then see the yellow? I don't know if you can see the yellow or not, but I can see it. So that's yellow, that's white, yeah. And then this is blue, yeah. And it's more like an LED blue light. You know, it doesn't make everything blue, but it has that blue tint to it. So anyway, let me turn those off. This is my lifesaver because I used to, this is going to sound crazy. You ready for a crazy story? I used to use one of those lamps that, you know, the lamp was a metal lamp. It was like one of those student lamps, and it was on, you know, a twisty arm. So you could just make it go anywhere you wanted. You can aim it for anywhere. And it was a great light. I mean, it was a great light. But it would blind people in the room. So I couldn't like have it just shining on me. Plus, you know, if you're crocheting with your right hand, you don't want that light coming down, you know, coming this way, because then it creates a shadow on your work. So you had to, you know, always have it in a certain area. And, you know, the ideal place would be if it was over your shoulder, but then everyone else in the room, if they're facing you or even, you know, next to you, will get blinded. So I would put that light as close to me as possible so that it would just shine just on my work. So I'm doing this, the light's shining down. I'm doing this, the light's shining down on my work, and unfortunately it's shining down on my arm as well. And one day when I was making the monkey that I made for Tanya, I worked all day. Her birthday was coming up. I had to get this monkey finished. And so I worked all day. And that night, I got a sunburn on my arm. A sunburn. And it was like an area sunburn. It was an area burn. I got a burn on my arm. And you know, the next day when I woke up, I was like, what is wrong with my arm? It was all red and it was hurting. And then it dawned on me what it was from. So after that, I started looking for these, you know, neck lights. And I found this one on Amazon. It was not expensive. I think maybe it was $19.99. I don't know. It could have even been less. It was not painful at all to buy this item. And it was well worth the money. Well worth the money, because then anywhere I sat, I was able to aim the light, concentrate it exactly where I needed at whatever strength I needed. And it was really good. You know, there's some nights when the room is, you know, you just need that little extra. So I would go to the second click to make it, you know, a medium strength light. Other times, you know, if it was daytime, but I just needed a little extra, I would just click it, you know, once. It's lightweight. It doesn't hurt. You know, sometimes it'll slide, but you just reposition it. You know, sometimes if I move around a lot, it'll go to the side and I'll be like, why can't I see? Oh, that's why. Okay. And then you fix it. But you know what? It's not a big deal. And so anyway, this is one of the best purchases that I've made. So this has been a lifesaver. Now, full disclaimer, if you are sitting right across the room from your husband or your significant other or anyone, and they are trying to watch TV on this wall and you're sitting right here, whenever they look at you, they're just going to see light. So, because it does like send an aura around. So that's Rosie. And she's growling and she never does that. I don't know. There might be a squirrel or an animal back there. She keeps the squirrels out of the yard. She's very good at that. And she only barks when she sees a threat. So I'm not sure what she sees. It might be somebody walking on the road behind. I left little Theo in the house today, and I am looking at him right now because I'm facing the house, and we have a sliding glass door, and he's just standing there very sadly looking at me. But the reason I left him in was because all he does is bark constantly. And what do you know? Now, if he was out here right now with Rosie barking, we wouldn't be able to hear a thing. And I don't even know why that girl's barking. I'm going to have to investigate. So I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a great day. I hope you wake up. I mean, I'm just assuming that you're as tired as I am. I hope I wake up. And stay safe, be kind, and get hooking.